It's This American Life. I'm Ira Glass. Today's program, the truly incredible story of Keiko the killer whale. We have arrived at Act 2 of our program, Act 2, America's Next Top Gobble. So thinking about what kind of story would go with Keiko today, we found this one, also about our dominion over animals' fates. In this case, it's a bunch of birds who are going through months of training for an extremely specific task that is very different from anything they naturally do on their own. Diane Wu has the story.
There's this barn in southeastern Minnesota I want to tell you about. On the outside, it's very plain. It's white, next to a field, smells a little like skunk. But inside, there's this whole project that's been going on for months now. Should I shut this door?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Oh, here they are.
Yeah.
They are turkeys. Not just any turkeys.
Yeah, so this is where we're raising the presidential flock.
This is the group of birds contending to be the special Thanksgiving turkeys at the White House. 2 of them will be selected to go to Washington and be officially pardoned by the president. It's an annual tradition going back decades, organized by the Turkey Lobby. The person showing me around today is John Zimmerman, who's raising these birds, with help of his shy 9-year-old son, Grant.
Yeah, Grant, this is Diane. Say hi.
Hello.
Hi. To decide which turkeys make it to the White House, John is basically selecting for the ones that act least like a turkey. He needs 2 that can stand politely on a special stage while voices boom out over loudspeakers, all in front of hundreds of people, school children, photographers, a military band. Most commercial turkeys would freak out in this noisy, unfamiliar, unbarn-like environment.
Well, I mean, turkeys are a prey animal. Their natural instinct is to be afraid of us humans, any other animal, because they would normally be killed and eaten. So
John's an industry lifer. He grew up on a turkey farm and took over the family business 25 years ago when his dad passed away. Each year, John raises around 140,000 birds in many giant barns. These presidential turkeys are a brand new thing for him, though. He's the chairman of the National Turkey Federation. And the way it works is that every year, that's the person who's in charge of raising these presidential turkeys and taking them to the White House. But being chairman's only a 1-year gig, so every chairman is in the situation of being a total novice at training turkeys to be on television, something turkeys have no interest in or talent for at all. And they get exactly 1 shot to get it right in front of the president of the United States.
I don't want to go down in history as the turkey farmer who had a turkey, fly in the president's face or get away or, act in a uncontrollable manner. So I just don't want to have a flappy turkey up there.
He's been watching lots of YouTube videos of previous White House turkey pardonings, trying to anticipate everything that can go wrong. The birds that don't get taken to the White House get put back in with the regular turkeys and then slaughtered. It's an avian Hunger Games in here. And whoever wins will be basically the only 2 commercial turkeys in America, out of over 200 million raised each year, who get to live. So there's you said 20 birds
We have about 29 left.
Okay. Out of how many did you start with?
Started about 40.
Okay. And how did you choose to the 11 so far that have been, deselected?
Yes. One had a scratch on its head. One was kind of flighty, I'll say. When we tried to pick it up, it just didn't want to have anything to do with it. So, I mean, if they weren't as docile as others, we took some out of that. One was a hen. So when we got them from the hatchery, we wanted all males. Obviously, they missed one. So one was a hen. So obviously, she wasn't going to go.
Apparently, female turkeys share the same problem as female women in this country, in terms of getting to the White House. The males are the only ones anyone considers because they strut, which in a turkey means they puff up their chests, their snoods and wattles turn bright red, and their tail feathers spread out like a peacock's. By the way, I was surprised to see that all of these turkeys are white, not brown. John tells me it's because brown feathers left dark spots in the skin, which people didn't like. He points over at a turkey with big snood energy.
Wait, he's strutting full bore. He's very dark red on his neck. He's the picturesque Thanksgiving bird right there.
And what's his how do you read his energy? Is he feeling aggressive? Is he feeling calm?
A lot of it's physiologically looking for mates. So he's
We both glance at the 9-year-old.
Are you recording right now? I mean, he's horny. I mean, they're males. They're looking for a mate. They're trying to be the big guy on the beach. That's what they're doing.
This kind of strut is exactly what John is hoping 2 exceptional turkeys can bring to the White House. So he's outfitted the barn into a sort of South Lawn boot camp. He and Grant give me a tour. First, to get the turkeys used to noise and random human voices, John plays the radio for them every day from dawn to dusk. This is a tip he got from previous chairman.
Alexa, play Power 96.
Grant corrects his dad. Power 96 radio, he's saying.
Alexa, off. They don't like the station. They don't know what I'm like. Alexa, off. Alexa, play Power 96 radio. Power 96. So classic rock. They've been raised on classic rock.
They're not yelling at this one.
Next, John got this special light off of Amazon, the kind that projects colored patterns onto your house at Christmas.
It bothers them a little bit, but that's good. They need to get used to flashing lights from camera flashes and whatnot.
Grant marches in with a kid-sized picnic chair and plops it down in the middle of the flock.
So another thing we'll do, we'll bring a chair in here and we'll just sit.
This is to get them used to being around people. John's also enlisted the neighbor kids to come by regularly to sit with the birds and pick them up a lot. At this point, a few weeks out from Thanksgiving, it all comes down to who's hot. The next culling will be for beauty.
Obviously here we want them to have perfect feathers, so we're really watching their tail feathers and how they fan out.
That one looks really full, like it's like a full circle.
I see 3 good choices right there, 3 nice tails.
Right here in the front.
Yeah. My problem has been talking with other chairmen who've gone through this process. They say, oh, you'll be able to pick the best 2, no problem. That it will be very easy to pick the final 2. Now, maybe in the next week or 2, the cream will rise to the top and we'll find, the 2 that are the best.
But none of them are jumping out to him yet. There's a test John's going to run on the birds soon. He and Grant have built a box to mimic the ones that the turkeys stand on at the South Lawn, and he plans to put each of these birds on the box and see who stays on it the longest. He wants them to hit at least a minute. They did a trial run back in September. He shows me the notes.
This is the tame test, so this is how many seconds they were standing on top of the box.
And so their range is like
7 seconds, but then there's a couple.
1.5 minutes. 2 minutes.
Could you do like a little demo of that?
Try.
Okay.
John goes to get a turkey, and Grant explains how his dad picks it up.
So you grab the legs, put its belly on the ground, and then put your other hand under its belly.
That one's flapping its wings a bunch. That did not want to get picked up.
He's getting poor grade, but we'll give him a shot here.
Okay, and you set it down.
And now the hope would be that he would just...
Stand and do nothing. Just hi, people.
What's he doing?
He's behaving pretty well. I mean, he's not comfortable. It would be nice if he would just stand here and strut, but he's obviously a little concerned.
We watch the bird hunch, kind of nervously, for 48 seconds. He doesn't strut.
The perfect bird would just want to stand here.
The whole time I'm talking to John, Grant is quietly running around us, inventing chores for himself. He brings in a pumpkin, feeds it to the turkeys, tries to turn on the Christmas lights, keeps picking up different birds, gets a random medal and puts it on one of them, climbs up onto the makeshift stage and squats down, posing as a turkey. I get the feeling that he really wants to show me all of this. He's excited to share his turkey project, but is too shy to say much or directly get my attention. John's going to be bringing Grant to the White House, too, later this month.
My son is 9 going on 10, at a shy age, and I expect him to be standing up there with me in front of the cameras, and it is a little bit disconcerting or overwhelming to him. I don't think he's quite aware of what this experience is going to be, so we're training the turkeys, but we're also, in a way, educating and training my son to be part of this event.
Part of that training is watching past pardoning ceremonies on YouTube together. Part of it is getting him to talk to strangers like me.
Just getting him used to interacting with adults, because he's a 9-year-old boy, and that's not their favorite thing to do always. So,
Have you been practicing at all, Grant, for the White House ceremony or thinking about how that'll go for you?
Not really. I'm just shy.
Do you think are turkeys shy too?
Sort of. Depends on what you do to them. For the most part, I think they are not very shy. If you just stand there, they want to go see, who is this? Who is this? They're only shy if you're trying to catch one.
But usually they're kind of curious and will eventually come up.
Yeah.
Are you like that, you think?
Mm-hmm.
It's all about getting acclimated.
John's hoping that at the big press conference, when it's time to announce the turkeys' names, Grant will say them. The week of Thanksgiving, when I watch all of this, that's the part I'm going to be leaning in for. Not to see whether or not the turkey flaps on the box, but Grant's moment to take the stage and strut, if he wants.